Monday evening, Psalm 37 through 45. Psalm 37, Psalm 38. O Lord, do not reprove me with your wrath, nor in your anger discipline me. For you planted your arrows in me, and you strengthened your hand against me. And there is no healing in my flesh from the face of your anger. There is no peace for my bones from before my sins. For my lawless acts surpass my head, just like a heavy burden they are weighed down upon me. My bruises reek and are rotten from the face of my folly. I am troubled and bent over completely. The whole day I go around looking sullen. For my soul is filled with mockery, and there is no healing in my flesh. I am afflicted and humbled exceedingly. I howl from the groaning of my heart. But all my longing is before you, and my groaning is not hidden from you. My heart is troubled, my strength forsakes me, and the light of my eyes is not with me. My friends and my neighbor come near and stand opposite of me, and the ones who are nearest to me are stand off far. And they do violence, the ones who seek my life and the ones who seek evil things for me. They speak vanities, and they care about the treacheries the whole day. But I do not hear like a deaf person. I am like a speechless person not opening his mouth. And I have become like a person not hearing and not having reproofs in his mouth. For in you I place my hope, O Lord. You will hear, O Lord my God. For I said, lest my enemies rejoice over me and boast against me when my foot shakes. For I am prepared for scourges, and my pain is before me through everything. For I will confess my lawlessness, and I will be anxious on behalf of my sin. But my enemies live and have been strengthened more than me. The ones who hate me unjustly were multiplied. The ones who repay evil things for good deeds accuse me falsely, since I was pursuing righteousness. Do not abandon me, O Lord, my God. Do not withdraw from me. Give heed to my help, O Lord of my salvation. Psalm 38, Psalm 39. I said, I will guard my ways not to sin with my tongue. I set a guard for my mouth when the sinner was present before me. I was rendered speechless and humbled. I was silent from good things, and my pain was renewed. My heart was warmed within me. My meditation of fire burned. I spoke with my tongue. Make known to me, O Lord, my end, and the number of my days. What is it, that I would know what I am lacking? Behold, you have made my days old, and my actual being is like nothing before you. Surely every living person is vanity altogether. Surely a person goes through life as an image. Surely in vain they are troubled. A person stores up treasure and does not know for whom he will gather them. And now what is my hope? Is it not the Lord? My actual being is from you. From all my lawless acts rescue me. You delivered me as a reproach for a fool. I was rendered speechless, and I do not open my mouth, because you are the one who made me. Remove from me your scourges. From the strength of your hand I died. With reproofs because of lawlessness you discipline a person, and you melt his life like a spider. Surely every person is troubled in vain. Give ear to my prayer, and pay attention to my entreaty. Do not pass over my tears in silence, because I am a sojourner in the land, and sojourning in a strange place as all my fathers. Leave me that I would recover before I depart and exist no more. Psalm 39, Psalm 40. Waiting, I waited upon the Lord, and he paid heed to me and gave ear to my entreaty. He raised me from the pit of distress and from the muddy clay. He established my feet upon the rock and directed my steps. He said into my mouth a new song, a hymn to our God. Many will see and fear, and they will hope upon the Lord. Blessed is the man whose hope is the name of the Lord. He does not look to vanity and false madness. You, O Lord my God, made wondrous things abundant, and in your thought there is no one who will be likened. I reported and spoke. They were increased beyond number. You did not want sacrifice and offering, but a body you restored to me. You did not ask for a whole burnt offering and an offering concerning sin. And then I said, Behold, I have arrived. In the scroll of the book it has been written concerning me. I want to do your will, O my God, and your law is in the midst of my heart. I brought the good news of righteousness in the great assembly. Behold, I never ever will restrain my lips, O Lord, as you know. I did not hide my righteousness in my heart. I spoke your truthfulness and your deliverance. I did not hide your mercy and your truthfulness from the great congregation. And you, O Lord, do not keep away your compassions from me. Your mercy and your truthfulness support me through everything. For evil things that have no number surround me. My lawless acts seized me, and I was not able to see. They increased beyond the hairs of my head, and my heart forsook me. Be well pleased, O Lord, to save me. O Lord, pay attention to help me. May they be disgraced and shamed at once, those who seek my life to remove it. May they be turned backwards, and may they be shamed, those who want evil things from me. Let them get their shame paid back immediately. Those who say to me, Good, good, may they rejoice exceedingly, and may they be delighted in you, all who seek you, O Lord. And let them say, Through everything let the Lord be magnified, those who love your deliverance through all. But I am needy and poor. The Lord will take care of me. You are my helper and my protector. O God, do not delay. Blessed is the one who thinks on the needy one and the poor one. In the bad day the Lord will rescue him. May the Lord keep him and bless him in the land, and may he not deliver him into the hands of his enemy. May the Lord help him on his bed of pain. You turned his whole bed in his sickness. I said, O Lord, have mercy upon me. Heal my soul, because I sinned against you. My enemies said evil things against me. When will he die and his name perish? And if he enters to see me, he speaks falsely. His heart gathers evil to himself. He goes outside and speaks falsely. Together all my enemies whisper against me, and against me they plot evil things for me. They placed a lawless word against me. The one who sleeps will not add to rise up, will he? For even the person of my peace, upon whom I placed confidence, the one who eats my bread and made great treachery against me. But you, O Lord, have mercy upon me, and raise me up, and I will repay them. In this I did not know you have delighted in me, that my enemy would never rejoice over me. And you have helped me because of my innocence. You established me before you forever. Blessed is the Lord, the God of Israel, forever and ever. May it be, may it be. Psalm 41, Psalm 42. Which way the deer yearns after the springs of water, thus my soul yearns after you, O God. My soul thirsts for the living God. How long will I be present and appear before the face of God? My tears became food day and night, while they spoke to me each day, Where is your God? I remembered these things, and I poured out my soul in me, that I would go to the place of the wonderful tent under the house of God, in a voice of great joy and in a sound of thanksgiving from those celebrating. Why are you deeply grieved, O soul? Why do you trouble me? I hoped in God, for I will give thanks to him. My God is the deliverance for my countenance. My soul was troubled within myself. On account of this I will remember you, from the land of Jordan and Hermon, from the small mountain. Deep calls upon the deep in a voice of your waterfalls. All of your swells and all of your waves went through me. By day the Lord commands his mercy, and by night he makes it visible. Beside me is a prayer to the God of my life. I will say to God, You are my helper. Why did you forget me? Why do I go around looking sullen while my enemy afflicts me? When my bones were crushed, the ones who were afflicting me reproached me, when they said to me each day, Where is your God? Why are you deeply grieved, O soul, and why do you trouble me? I hoped in God, for I will give thanks to him. My God is the salvation of my countenance. Psalm 42, Psalm 43. Consider me, O God, and judge my cause from nations that are not holy. Save me from the unjust person and the treacherous one. For you are my strength, O God. Why will you reject me? Why do I go around looking sullen when my enemy afflicts me? Send forth your light and your truth. They guided me and led me into your holy mountain and into your tent. And I will enter to the altar of God, to the God who gladdens my youth. I will give thanks to you, O Lord my God, with the lyre. Why are you deeply grieved, O soul, and why do you trouble me? I hoped in God, because I give thanks to him. My God is the salvation of my countenance. Psalm 43, Psalm 44. O God, with our ears we heard, our fathers reported to us the work that you performed in their days, in the ancient days. Your hand utterly destroyed the nations, and you planted them. You afflicted the peoples, and you threw them out. For they did not inherit the land with the sword, and with their arm you did not save them. But your right hand and your arm are the light of your face, because you were well pleased with them. You are my King and my God, who commands the salvation of Jacob. In you we will push our enemies, and in your name we will disdain those who rise up against us. For I will not hope with my bow, and my sword will not save me. In God we will give praise the whole day, and in your name we will give thanks forever. But now you rejected us and put us to shame. You will not go out among our armies. You turned us backward from our enemies, the ones who hate us and were taking spoils for themselves. You gave us as sheep for eating, and among the nations you scattered us. You sold your people without price, and there was no abundance in their outcry. You have set us as a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to those around us. You have set us up for a byword among the nations, a wagging of the head among the peoples. The whole day of my humiliation is before me, and the disgrace of my face conceals me. From the voice of the one reproaching and babbling, from the face of the enemy and the one persecuting, all these things came upon us, and we did not forget you. Why did we do you wrong in your covenant? Our heart did not withdraw backwards, but you turned our paths from your way. For you humbled us in the place of ill treatment and covered us in the shadow of death. If we had forgotten the name of our God, and if we had spread out our hands to a foreign God, would not God seek out these things? For he knows the secret things of the heart. For on account of you we are being killed the whole day, and we are reckoned as sheep to the slaughter. Arise, why do you sleep, O Lord? Rise up and do not reject us in the end. Why do you turn your face and forget our poverty and our affliction? For our soul is humbled to the dust, our stomach clings to the earth. Stand up, O Lord, and help us, and redeem us on account of your name. Psalm 44, Psalm 45. My heart emptied itself in a good word. I speak my words to the king. My tongue is the reed pen of the swift-writing scribe. You are more beautiful with beauty than the sons of men. Grace pours out in your lips. On account of this, God blesses you forever. Gird up your sword upon your thigh, O mighty one, with your comeliness and your beauty. Stretch your bow and prosper and reign on account of truth and gentleness and righteousness, and your right hand will guide you wonderfully. Your arrows are sharpened, O mighty one. The people will fall under you. In the heart of the enemies of the king, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. The rod of your kingdom is a rod of righteousness. You loved righteousness and hated lawlessness. On account of this, God, your God, anointed you with olive oil of great joy and beyond your companions. Myrrh and oil of myrrh and cassia are from your garments, from the ivory palaces from which they gladdened you. Daughters of kings are in your honor. The queen is near at your right side, clothed in apparel interwoven with gold, adorned with embroidery. Hear, O daughter, and see, and incline your ear. Forget your people in the house of your father, for the king longs for your beauty because he is Lord. The daughters of Tyre will bow down with him with gifts. The riches of the people of the land will entreat your face. All her glory is as a daughter of the king, clothed with golden tassels adorned with embroidery. Maidens will be carried away to the king after her. Her attendants will be carried away to you. They will be carried away with merriment and great joy. They will be led into the temple of the king. In the place of your forefathers, your sons are born. You will establish them as princes upon the earth. They will remember your name in every generation and generation. On account of this, peoples will give thanks to you forever and ever. Psalm 45, Psalm 46. Our God is a place of refuge and strength, a helper when afflictions find us exceedingly. On account of this, we will not fear when the earth is troubled and the mountains are transferred in the hearts of the seas. Their waters roared and were stirred up. The mountains were troubled in his might. The torrents of the river gladden the city of God. The Most High sanctify his habitation. God is in the midst of her. She will not be shaken. God will help her in his countenance. The nations were stirred up. The kingdoms fell. He gave his voice. The earth was afflicted. The Lord of powers is with us. The God of Jacob is our helper. Come, see the works of the Lord, which he set as wonders upon the earth. Removing wars until the end of the earth, he will crush bow and shatter weapon. He will burn shields with fire. Cease from action and know that I am God. I will be lifted up high among the nations. I will be lifted high in the earth. The Lord of powers is with us. The God of Jacob is our helper.